everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're live at Montreal for, I believe this is our first course of the season. Our short season here before we get started on Season 2, which we have a promotional video out for. A few things that I think I'm going to go ahead and start talking about now while they finish up qualifying. And I'm going to make a video to put up on my channel here, kind of to actually talk about what we've got going on, so that it's not just, you know, hey, this is what it is. You know, we'll try to explain it a little bit better. But I do want to mention we do plan out coming out with a YouTube channel specifically for.
Kyle, you have help up in the booth or not?
No, if you can hear me. I might have to join him in Discord. Anyway, YouTube channel specifically for these races, so stay tuned for that. We'll get that out eventually. But hold on.
Yeah.
Did you hear me? Oh.
No.
Did you hear me?
Yeah,
Fred?
yeah, the really sharp turn.
Yeah, downshift first there. What's up, Kyle?
Did you hear me? I said no.
No. Okay. See if Cody will get in there with you. He might.
Cody. Okay. I guess we'll
Just send him a message in the group chat.
Alright.
Because he
What's that?
usually joins if he can.
Alright.
So just see if he's available to do it. Really just try to get some more interviews in there, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's so
With the points being what it is.
it's so weird to try to do that when I gotta do everything else. So.
Yeah. We're not going to have many cautions at all. Stage ends, by the way, are lap 18 and 36.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have cautions actually.
Alright, got that taken care of. By the way, you do see in the bottom right, we are still taking donations for Billy's dad, Randy. Going through his crap. Quadruple bypass surgery. So, oh. This thing says everybody's a rookie. That's not good. Because I sure as hell know they're not rookies. That's weird. Interesting. Anywho, let me get to him. No. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. Oh, there goes somebody. If he's out on the track. Oh, he's not on the track, so I guess it doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah. So, YouTube channel specifically for these races, and we'll get that out eventually. You know, schedules and whatnot. We have a website as well. We have a Twitter. It's at Roadrunner iRace, I believe. Let me look. Make sure. I meant to actually put a link into the description, so maybe I should do that at some point during this race. We'll get it out. You know, we'll get the link out eventually, actually. Website's not done yet, though, or anything. You know, we're still kind of... We're still working on it there, but it is there. Yeah, Roadrunner iRace. That's what it's at, is. And you'll see our symbol and everything. I'm going to retweet this tweet from him, too, so that gets out. I mean, as always, we have our Facebook page, so feel free to like that. And I think that's it for now. We're going to try to get the schedules and stuff up on the YouTube page. Or the YouTube page, the website. Which, thanks to Billy Meadows as well for doing all that stuff for us and everything. What is this thing doing? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to turn on this stuff. Sorry. I'm distracted. So we got a little over a minute left. Minute and a half.
What are those stages?
18 and 36.
Stages are end of 18, end of 36. Besides that, cautions are basically going to be non-existent, so just be smart, you guys.
Let's hope they're non-existent. Maybe a couple. We take a couple.
Pretty sure you can advance the session. There's nobody on race track.
You know what I needed to do?
What, state cars?
said I'm pretty sure you can advance the session.
What
Just
is
got
my
time
button?
for
I
another
forget.
round.
I hate to do this because then it looks not legit, but I don't remember my button. J.
Yeah, nobody's on track, I don't think.
Actually, you know what? I can't do that. Never mind. That was...
No, I already looked through everybody's name. There's nobody out there. And even if there
I will
was,
have to be able to hear
too
them.
late.
So unfortunately for now. We'll get there eventually.
Not getting the
Or I would mute them and get rid of their nonsense, but I forgot I will probably have to hear it. Be able to
Session's
hear
already
them.
finishing.
So that sucks. Anything else?
Minute and
Oh,
a half, finish it.
there's something with the points that I need to talk about.
What's
I
that
just
doing?
need to find the points first.
Probably because it's a road course.
What do you say?
Is that as quiet as I can make it? Well, that's upsetting. Oh well. We'll just leave it up for now then. Let's just ignore it. Oh, you know what I did? I need to ask Cody. I almost forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. We have two Codys. It's not that Cody though. We'll just do that, and I need to find the points thing. They're on the track. Oh, that looks awkward with a Porsche. Who's took the... Did it... No,
Alright, good
never
luck,
mind, it's
everyone.
11th. That's not okay. It's a little messed up. God, there's already too much going on.
Can I have an EOL?
Casey wants one too.
So did Casey take the... No, we got Boyd and Eli on the front row, it looks like. Oh wait. And so we'll take Boyd. I guess I could have done the pace car. For now. And I need to find the points. I'm getting distracted majorly. This is why I need help. Okay, so Cody might be able to join us. Let me, before we do the points, I'm sorry, we just continue to, you know, get distracted. I need to make sure he is able. I'm going to give him a broadcaster role real quick so he can get in if he's able to. And points. Where is it? But the points have been kind of reworked a little bit to match what it would be at the end of the season, because we will be dropping the 2 lowest points raises for each driver. And we kind of worked it a little bit just so we knew where we were at for
Good luck, everybody.
this season. I thought it was in here. Oh, here it is. And right now in our current points, without removing the drop weeks, Curtis Sawyer is in the lead. I will find out by how much, but after being reworked, it's Boyd in the lead by 3 points. So, that's pretty much how tight the points race is. You know, one way you got somebody else in the lead, the other way it's not. Oh, and they're green. I forgot. It does it that quick. Whoops. But Boyd in the lead. He's going to get a pretty good restart. Eli's fighting it hard on the outside going into, I guess, turn 2. We got somebody in the grass. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not ready for somebody to get in the grass. Looks like they're okay. Looks like I got it figured out. We're all right. But Boyd will take the lead. They will be pretty much single-filed out now. Let's try and get a little bit more camera out of this. Oh, there we go. Eli is on his tail, though. And Brendan Jinks in the 7 also was very fast. During practice, he is getting close to that bumper. Watch that suspension move. This is more or less just a default setup for Road America. We kind of tried to work it a little bit, but Definitely has its flaws. So we will see kind of how they do, but they can definitely put down some fast laps under a minute 40. So, you know, it is possible to run good with it, or well. Man, Eli gets into the corner so much better. You can tell that 51 is just trying to save his stuff. He doesn't want to overdo it. Alright, I'm checking my volume levels here. And actually, he gets a really good run. It actually looks like Cameron Combs in that 2 car gets ahead of the 28 through that turn. This is a weird camera angle. This is my favorite camera angle. I love this one. Oh, off that curb. We're probably going to see a lot of that tonight. We saw a lot of it, or I saw a lot of it in practice. And it can cause problems, that's for sure. Nice little battle here for second as Boyd kind of can relax just for a little bit. They're really close. He gets into his bumper just a little bit. He's going to try to get him out of the way. A little bit of rear damage there for Cameron Combs in that 2 car. Billy Meadows in the 9. Just kind of watching this battle from behind as Boyd is going to try to pull away a little bit at this point. The 2 car are going to hold his spot there in second.
Sorry, guys.
That 28's going through these corners a lot better than the 2. Oh, the 2 sideways into the wall. No caution yet. Oh, that's not good. I apologize for that. Hey, we got a nice little battle back here with Brandon Nelson and Curtis Sawyer anyway.
You didn't what?
I'm trying to listen.
Probably from your angle would have looked like I did.
Can't quite hear what's going on, so. Curtis Sawyer, though, our points leader if you don't, or if you take out the fact that there's no drop races yet. Second. Oh, Brandon Nelson locks him up. Going into the... Oh, man. Brendan Jinks hard on the wall along with somebody else. Couldn't quite tell who it was. We got a lot of action going on the track right now. Some damage there on the left front. Oh! Maybe some engine damage. He might have to head to pit road. He is going to head to pit road. That's the 36 of Casey Clark getting involved with. Let's head back up here to the leader. Oh! Eli got back around and is now fighting with the leader again. The leader, Boyd, just a little bit sideways. He's actually going to let him keep it. I can't hear. Is that all the way up? Because I just can't hear a word they're saying, and I need to. Billy Meadows getting around the 28 car now for second, being patient. So that this top 4 have kind of been shuffling around a little bit. At least second through third have. The leader, Boyd, kind of sticking to it for now. They're playing it nice now on lap 3 here. That's for sure. For the most part. Couple instances. So we got the points up. So without removing any races, it's actually Curtis is actually ahead of Russell in that 18 car by what looks like about 40 points. Yeah, 40 points. No, it says it right there. Already did that math. And Boyd's actually sitting in third, 47 points behind. So those drop weeks definitely change things around a little bit. And that's exactly why we decided to go in there. Hooters. Oh, I guess he's saying Hooters for his car. From Billy in the chat. Obviously, he's out there driving now, fighting in second spot. A little wide off of the first. Oh, a little squirrely. This car can be a little squirrely. I did notice that myself. I did want to run a few laps myself earlier in the practice session, so I kind of knew what the drivers were dealing with. See if there's any other action going on through the field. We got the Curtis in the 54 and Evan Nugent in 98. See Curtis getting around the 98 there. Pretty easily. The 13 kind of doing his own thing. Brandon Nelson doing his own thing. Casey Clark. Oh, getting a little bit loose, just a little bit too hard into that corner. Joshua, just a little bit too hard into that corner. They might just be working it just a little bit too hard. There's Brandon Nelson after his problems, had to go in and use a fast repair. They do have 2. We did know that, you know, being a new track and everything, not used to this track at least, that this race would be short if we didn't give him an extra fast repair. Oh, now it's on me. So we'll go back up here to the leader now. Looks like they're all pretty well evened out. I know Billy Meadows isn't going to try to do too much this early. And he's not going to force any issues, so he's just going to be patient with Boyd, wait for Boyd to make his mistakes. We're also looking, while we're kind of, you know, not doing much on the track, just kind of doing their own thing. We are still looking for somebody to be up here in the booth with me to help make things just a little bit easier on myself and also make the streams a little better. Have somebody else lead the commentation and things of that nature. So if you're interested, you know, preferably if you have iRacing, so that you can actually join the race and see it live rather than trying to watch it on a stream and be delayed. It's pretty much a must-have at this point. We did see Brandon's paint, Logan. I mean, I didn't look too hard at it. We can do that now, though. While we're kind of settled out. I do like it, though, that red and white. Can we get a better legit camera angle of it? Rip. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's news to me. But it does look nice. Oh, as he gets a little bit too hard there in the quarters. Case Clark's going to get around him now. He's probably got a penalty. Yeah, I know who Silver Fox is. Sad to hear that. But it's glad to see we got somebody paying their respects. It really, I like, it's such a simple paint scheme, but it just looks really nice. I really like it. I've been really into some retro, if you will, paint schemes lately. Some damage there for the 14 of Joshua Nelson. Trying to remember, you know what, I don't think I remember to do the stats for after Homestead. And I just now realized that. Let me look here real quick. Yeah, I forgot. Whoops. I had a lot going on this week, if you can't tell. Crazy work schedule, which now I'm done at my current job, which is nice. Until I move, and then once I move, we'll be settled in and we won't have quite as much going on. That's not important though right now. Oh, whoops. I'm very interested to see what kind of strategy some of these guys have played out. I know Boyd here in the 51 always has something up his sleeve in terms of strategy. I'm not exactly sure what a fuel run is either. I never made it quite that far. So that knowledge of that will definitely be helpful for any driver that knows it. And I know Boyd knows it. Boyd is going to be on top of that stuff. What happened to Billy? I guess he's falling back to third. I keep missing all the passes.
Sorry.
Something happened. Curtis on pit road.
Sorry, Josh.
Not sure why he's on pit road. I guess he's getting something done. Is he gonna take off? Yeah, he's just getting some tires and such. So it looks like he will be getting back on the track. Trying to get back up here to Eli. See if Eli can get back to that 51 of Boyd Hogan. Maybe put some pressure on it. He seems to get there, and then he kind of falls back and, you know, makes a mistake or something from it or whatever. But trying to get it to turn there a little bit. That turn is very sharp for these cars, that's for sure. Really, any car. That turn and this chicane up here have probably been the most trouble spots I've noticed as far as practice and for myself. You know, drivers like to clip that curb over here on the chicane and two-wheel it. Get to do a bicycle. Gets the car out of whack. Let's ride on board, if I remember. If it's there, I hope it's there. It should be there because it should be with the car, not at the track. I didn't have a chance to work too much on the camera angles for this track, so we're just using the default ones today. But I figured being a road course is not a whole lot much better than I could really do. Where am I at? It's either left rear or right rear. Left rear is in the cockpit. We don't want that one. We want right rear. There we go. So we're right along here with Billy Meadows here for about a lap. Well, it's probably going to be a lap and a half. I do want to go a full lap, so getting up on that curb. If you're wondering why I'm riding with Billy, it's because I've only done it with Chevy since I own the Camaro. I don't own the Mustang or the Camry for the B-Class, so haven't had anybody else make one or anything. Yeah, you definitely needed some practice, Logan, for this track. You know, you get into a new road course or just a new track in general, but definitely road courses, it's going to be the most difficult. You really feel like you're... What was he doing there? He must have gotten a penalty. I wasn't looking at it. You really have to feel like you feel like you're relearning everything about racing in general and driving. You're just like, I don't know where to start slowing down, you know. And you're gonna overdo it the first time. I always try to not overdo it the first time. I try to underdo it just a little bit before I start pushing it. But that's just me. I like to kind of, you know, pretend like it's real life. You know, if you go too hard and you slam into a wall, you know, that's not good. You're gonna kill yourself. So I try to take that into account. If you do go too hard, you at least don't go way too hard. Look like a complete idiot, which we haven't seen too much of that so far today. Oh, I hate that. Back where we started here. So we are going to head back to the leader, see what's going on up there. Eli's still kind of wiggling a little bit back there in second place. Falling back to about 3.5 seconds. Billy Meadows in third, back to about 9.5 seconds. Taking it real easy through these chicanes now. I haven't seen nearly as many guys get too out of whack. Just saw somebody come off a pit road there. Oh, into the grass. Just a little bit there for Eli. This is going to be one of those races, man. We're going to not see too much action through the entirety of it, but I'm sure we will be able to notice when people have used up their stuff. I need to go back over here for a minute. I haven't gotten anything from that, so that's okay. Let's take a look at some points here for Eli as we kind of keep an eye on him, as well as we'll actually probably what we're going to do here is start from spot number 1. Oh, as he is catching up to a lap car, probably somebody that pitted. I know that we just saw somebody come out not too long ago. Anyways, unfortunately, since I already mentioned, I've totally forgot and just realized about doing stats for Homestead, and I hate that. I did that, but 51 of Boyd Hogan.
Sorry, Ron.
He's got 4 starts. He's got a little over 470 laps, completed 1 win, 1 stage win, at least from what I have so far, and 2 top 5s. He does have a pole under his belt. He's going to get another one from today's race. Oh, he's actually got a couple lap cars to deal with there. Brandon Nelson. Casey Clark is a teammate. Ooh, locked it up just a little bit. Really wanted to get around his teammate. He's got one of the better averages finishes, though, just outside of 5th. So he's definitely one of the better finishers in the series. Move on here to Eli in that 28 car. I feel like he's not a free agent anymore, but I do have him listed as a free agent, which is interesting. But just 2 starts. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, Boyd would have had 5 starts now since he did race at Homestead, and Eli raced at Homestead as well, so he's going to have 3 starts, and they're going to have more laps as well. But he's got 167 laps under his belt. Average finish is just outside of 11th. And no wins yet, no stage wins or top 5s or poles, but he's certainly running very well today. Road course is obviously his strength. Yeah, last 2 races, 11th and 12th. I can't remember where he finished at Homestead, unfortunately. Billy Meadows, though, in 3rd. Where am I at? Here we go. Boom. Got a lot going on over here. Part of Missouri Mayhem Motorsports, 4 starts. He had a really good run in Homestead last week. Ended up getting into some trouble. And got him into the back. But after 4 starts... Well, we'll say 3. He's had 4 starts because of Homestead, but we'll say 3. And just under 350 laps completed. And he's got a top 5. As well as he's led about 25 laps. That's definitely gone up since Homestead. He's led quite a few laps there. He might have even led the most laps. And oh, Brandon Nelson in the wall back there. His top 5 came at ISM Raceway. Whoops. So definitely short cat, there it is. Short track king.
Solid.
Or not short track king, but he likes short tracks. You get the point. This is why I shouldn't be the lead. I don't know what I'm trying to talk about at this point. Coming up on about 5 to go till the stage end. Evan in the 98 sitting in 4th right now. Haven't seen much of him either. He's had 4 starts though. He had just under 580 laps completed. And 2 stage wins, so he's definitely done good through the middle of races. Looks like he's actually got some damage right now. and just over 8th for his average finish. Best finish this season was at Martinsville. Oh, Brandon Nelson's just a little bit too hard again. Even Evan's getting a little bit, maybe just a little bit too much. The 2, Cameron Combs.
Can I get a black flag cleared? I don't know
Cade Norton.
exactly why it popped up because I served my time.
No.
No. Alright. So now, oh man, it did it again. Well, I gotta restart this crap, because it's annoying. Hold on a minute. That's such a straight answer. No. Oh, that's funny. And I'm gonna apologize. There we go. Can't aim. Need to load the theme. God, this is why I hate. That's why I hate being by myself. I hate touching this freaking iRacing because that happens sometimes. Oh, end of the wall. I need to fix the flag too because we're definitely green. There we go. Pull up the ticker. Let's get back to the leader for now.
Age is 18 or 16, boy.
What did you say? Evan?
Age is 18 or 16.
18.
Alright. We'll probably just go and stick here on Boyd, the leader, for now until the end of stage 1. Whoa, man, I'm yawning. I apologize. Catching up to his teammate in the 7 car. It is way too difficult, and I apologize for me to keep up with what everybody's done. That people have pitted and whatnot. And all I know, Brendan Jinx in the 7's about to go a lap down. I mean, we're working on it. He may or may not get to him before the stage end. Joshua Nelson, Casey Clark, and Brandon Nelson are a lap down, though, as well. So we have 8 cars on the lead lap, working on the 8th place car, though. Actually, it ended up letting him by. Maybe he got penalized. '51 is pretty much run away with it, though, so far. Let's see what's... let's pull this up. Led all 14 laps, obviously. I did know that.
Pits are closed.
I guess no answer.
Pits are closed on lap 16.
Okay.
The end of lap 16.
Alright. Well, we got that down. We'll just have to trust that people will pay attention to that, because I can't do anything right now with it. We gotta keep it on the racing, if you will. Take a look at this.
Wow. I'll keep messing up.
Going into that final hairpin turn. I just don't think anybody's going to really be able to beat the consistency of this 51 car today. He is cooking it out right now. We had 4 guys together there for maybe like 5 or 6 laps, and since then he's pretty much taken off, and nobody's really been able to do much about it. We'll have to see on this restart, and we'll have to also see at the end of stage 2. Oh my gosh. If somebody, at least for the start of stage 3, that restart, if anybody wants to try to do something to prevent him from taking a lead at that point, because you never know if you're going to have a caution or not. You know, we're not all bunched up like we are in an oval. And they've obviously spread out so much to the point where I just don't even know what to really tell you. Because there's nothing going on. And I can't keep up with everybody by myself. That's just not possible. I went the wrong direction. Oh, man. There we go. I mean, Eli's almost fallen back to 10 seconds behind. Billy Meadows over 20 seconds behind. You know, he's just... I went too stupid. I mean, he's just run away with it at this point.
If the pits are closed, how come all these guys are coming out?
Pits aren't closed yet.
End of 16, Curtis.
Boom.
Oh, missed that part, my bad.
So we got a lot of drivers. That's interesting. A lot of drivers pitting before the end of the stage. Obviously, the 51 has not. And you really can't at this point because I don't necessarily know where his pit stall is. If his pit stall is after that start-finish line, then, you know, you're kind of screwed. Everybody's off pit road now, it looks like. Probably should have went to the pit road cams. So, 2 to go now at this point to the end of stage 1. .51 continuing to build his lead on the 28 of Eli Green. I really wish I had somebody in this booth with me to kind of help. I feed off of other people way better than I do this. That's for sure. I hate it for y'all watching, though. We'll just have to see how this plays out, though. I mean, we have some interesting strategy with guys that pitting before the end of the stage, so they're not going to pit, which will shake things up. The 51 will have to fight his way back through the field. So that'll give us something to talk about. Obviously, right now, not too much going on. We'll,
Hey, did you pit?
Eli did not pit. Billy did not pit.
Nah, he's been in there. I saw him last lap. Yeah, he had a penalty.
Not sure how many people pit. I wish I knew. Oh, here we go. We got a couple guys next to each other. Oh, Curtis getting loose. Seen quite a bit of that. He's just going to cut through the grass for now.
I was gonna let you by there, Curtis. I'm sorry if I messed you up.
Oh, the 14 just too hard. We just haven't seen any of that out of the 51, and I think that's why he's been able to build such a lead. Able to stay out of trouble up front and be consistent with his laps, not make too many mistakes. He's made a few mistakes, but nothing too bad. Watching Cameron Combs here making out the top 5. Over a minute behind. So I think that the top 4 drivers did not pit. Based on the gaps from the leader. Why does it have me in 8th? Oh, this thing's all messed up. That's not good. I need to go back to Boyd. And, of course, it disappears. And we need to throw the yellow.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And now I have to reload this again, which is just great. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to try to get in there and interview Boyd at some point. Because he really wants me to do that. I don't know what that was. That'll be something to ask him about. That was a little weird. ATVO did not launch at all. That's not
His
legit.
roommate unplugged the router.
Load the theme up. Wait for it to load now. I hate that this happens too. This should not happen. There it goes. Pull up the ticker. Alright. So, should be. I need to. I'm also going to make sure we're good here on the cameras where they need to be. Go back over here and make sure it says yellow flag because it says it's white flag for some dumb reason. I should be catching up with a pace car at some point. Freaking ridiculous. I think next time I'm gonna try and do it kind of when before he gets to the grid, see if the pace car will beat him out so he doesn't need to, so we don't have to end up with this again. God knows where the pace car's at. Good lord. Let's switch to it if we can. Pace car. Pace car. That's a terrible camera angle. I have no idea where
Go, Brandon.
backstretch?
I can't. I completely
Or,
suck at this
I guess we can call it the backstretch. Before that last chicane. Okay, yeah, that's where he's at. Hold on, let me let him know real quick.
Watch out.
Hey, Boyd.
Yeah.
Pace car is before that last chicane, going into the last chicane right now.
My God.
Yeah. Figured I'd let
Okay,
you know.
next, yeah, next time, Kyle, oh, when 10th place crosses the line.
Okay.
Alright. Is Cody there yet?
No.
Oh, man.
So while I'm in here, I can go ahead and interview if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. So looks like you're pretty much dominating the race long run. Your most consistent driver. You think that's going to be something to help you win this race today?
No, that was the plan.
What
Put in a lot of practice all week.
seems to be working for you.
Thank you.
And
Gotta get max points.
yeah, definitely will help you there in the championship run, the points run.
For sure.
Also, I saw you kind of lose your car there after the caution was thrown for the stage. I was curious about what happened there.
I had it in first gear because I thought I was waiting for the pace car. And when I went and hit the gas, I guess it went from being in second gear to first and just looped it. So if that's the only mistake in the race, I'm alright. And while we're at it, how bad's the front end damage? It said I hit, but I don't know how hard.
I don't know. I'm on the pace car right now, and the pace car is so quiet. That's not even funny.
My God.
Sounds super weird. Let me get to it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad at all. It doesn't even look like you hit anything. Your back end's got kind of caved in a little bit. But
Well, yeah, because Eli's dumbass just decided he was going to throw it off into the corner there.
when there was, now I know what you feel about
He nearly
that.
parked me. So I saved it through the grass. Kind of wish you saw that.
We did.
Yeah. So it's been a good race. Casey and I put in a lot of practice. So that'll show.
Shouldn't be a lot down.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to see kind of how this plays out. I know some guys pit before pit road closed. So you'll probably have to work through some traffic.
Oh, yeah.
But good luck to you, man. See if you can win stage 2, maybe the race.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll
Got
talk
the
to you. Maybe we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
All right. I don't know why I said see ya. It's stupid. Anywho, they're still trying to catch up to the pace car. Good heavens! Oh, there he is. There's the pace car. It took Well, it took 2 laps to catch up to the pace car.
Delay the yellow if you can.
Oh my gosh, it made it disappear.
So I just talked to Kyle. He's gonna throw the yellow when 10th place crosses the line next time, which will avoid this whole mishap here.
Where is it?
Oh, I'm just confused. That shouldn't be allowed down.
I don't
It should wave you around.
I don't even see the option.
Are we doing with y'all?
I would.
Yeah, Kyle, delay the yellow.
I'm trying to. Hold on. It's not giving me an option to delay the yellow.
All right.
I still have to pass everybody and do a whole lap to get my
Bro.
lap back.
Throw the yellow before we go green, if possible. I gotta let Brendan. Where are you at?
I'm just crossing the line.
Okay, I gotta let you by. Oh, did I use my fast repair? I did.
Now it's telling me to drop to the end of the longest line, so I don't know if it's gonna let me pass everybody.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna delay the yellow by throwing another yellow when we go to the green.
Alright. I guess I'll just have to wait.
I got a black flag. Speed in the pits. 1 freaking mile an hour.
Sure.
I don't know why it's not giving me any option to... Let me go to, like, the pace car and try it. I don't know why I feel like that's going to change anything, but we're going to find out. Oh, no, it doesn't let me do anything. What if I hit me? Nope. Nothing. That's weird. I've always been able to delay it. So that sucks. I do apologize for this. What's up, Eric Bowes? How you doing, my man? We're kind of having to deal with some mishaps right now. We didn't realize that when we threw the caution for the stage in that it was going to take 5 laps just to catch up to the pace car. Which is unfortunate. Oh, Cade Norton mentioned. Let me pull Cade up in here with me.
Are we starting right now?
No, we're gonna be under yellow. Kyle's gonna throw another.
Where is he?
Eli, how did you end up being the leader?
Well, I pitted when it pit lane opened the lap before you did.
I guess I'll just message him. Deal with so much crap.
My only issue is now I used to hold up a gallon to get back to the pace car. About 2 laps on the tires.
You know what? I made the wrong person able to get. Well, I mean, I made him. Okay, I don't know. I'm just confusing myself now. Oh my lord! I need to sort this out. So they're lining up, and then as soon as it goes green, I am going to throw another yellow. Which I hate. Although I guess what could happen is somebody could just, they could just not line up properly. That would delay the yellow itself, but...
Alright, Kyle, be ready to throw another yellow.
Yep. We're ready. We are ready. I need to pay attention to this for a minute.
Give Curtis, Casey, and Nelson a wave around, as well as Brandon Nelson, Kyle, so they can get started on catching back up. Because they should have gotten their laps back, and Curtis never should have been a lap down.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Josh Nelson, Brandon Nelson,
I say we just don't do stages.
Curtis. All need laps back.
They just need a wave around?
I think that
Yes.
everybody should slow up. Get everybody caught up on the caution.
Brandon, Josh.
I think that would avoid this whole situation.
Casey and Curtis.
Yeah, what?
You ready to throw the yellow as well?
Yeah.
We're going now.
Oh, I'm in a replay. Hold on. Just tell him to hold on.
No.
Green flag, green flag.
Don't go, don't go, don't go.
There we go.
Alright, man, caution is out.
I don't know why I'm in a replay right now, so I didn't quite see it yet.
Eli, you caught me out of the lead.
What?
You conned me out of the lead.
How did I con?
Didn't realize pit lane was open the lap before.
Alright, so are we good now?
I was paying attention. I wasn't.
Yeah, we should be. Does Casey have his lap back? Or Casey's getting it now?
Yeah, I gave it to him.
Oh, he's about to be the lucky dog.
Okay.
So don't give him anything,
Alright.
because otherwise it's gonna give him a wave around anyways.
Alright, well, hopefully if we're good. If we're not good, just let me know in the
Yeah.
iRacing thing again.
Well,
If it was important, whatever he was about to say, he'll just tell me. I need to reload ATVO again. Unfortunately. So I apologize for that. This has been another crap shoot.
You gonna push stage 2 back a little, or?
End of lap 40, we'll be there in the stage 2.
Okay, end of lap 40.
Right.
Hey boy, we need to figure something out on this, dude.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen again. Kyle just needs to wait until the 10th place car crosses the line, throws the yellow, and then we're fine. We're not chasing the pace car for 10 laps.
It was like a whole nother race in itself just to get the pace car.
But we didn't know. We stuck around the practice race long enough.
We never had a caution in the practice races. Didn't know it was going to be a problem. Oh boy. What a day. What a day. Thank you for sitting with us through this terrible, terrible time. Oh, that's right. Eli's the leader, not Boyd.
We're gonna get 2 more times around.
Yeah, we're gonna go a lot of times around. That pace car is so weird because it's so quiet.
Yeah, my apologies, guys. We just didn't know. That's all. Won't happen again.
Sometimes you learn the hard way, I guess. We're gonna put this stream into just an intermission type deal real
What did
quick.
you just say?
Can I
So I
talk
can-
to you for a sec after this race?
So I can just take a short break.
Why, what's up?
Well, I just want to talk to you about that. So.
Is it about being the 5th guy on my team?
Ah, no. No.
Just PMing me.
Yeah.
I can't stick around too long after the race.
What button is the pipe? Can't remember.
There's T. And click on the person.
It won't let me. I have to delay the green to get these guys catch up. 44 seconds back. It's nothing crazy. I'll just talk to you. Yeah.
You can right click on his name in the relative and it'll bring up EM Fiber.
We still have another lap to go, Billy. Under yellow. 1 to green is actually 2 on this.
Yeah, I know. It won't let me PM and with that. It won't let me do it up.
Eli just messaged it to me on Facebook.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, you gotta talk about it. Just message me. It's the only way I can really talk.
Why is it showing Casey a lap down still, my relative?
Because he is.
Ah.
Casey needs to wave around.
You just want to line up going into the carousel, or coming out of it. It's a lot easier.
Slow way down, Eli. Let Casey catch up. Slow way down. We're going green this time. Again, I apologize, guys. Won't happen again. Gotta wait until the leaders are about halfway down the track for yellow.
Come on, guys.
Alright, so we'll be going green.
More, Eli, more.
Shortly. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. There we go. Holding up big time for the, for Casey Clark to get his wave around, which we didn't
Just
realize he
don't
wasn't
get
going to get.
Why are we stopping?
Casey didn't get the memo. We're waiting for Casey.
Oh no, you were like slowing down more in front of me.
Let's see where he's at here.
Look, because I thought we were going to stop because we were going really slow for a second.
No.
So he's completed 1 lap, so he's getting there. And they
If it
just
says green,
went,
don't listen.
if they went through the, or they did go through the very sharp turn there.
What are we doing?
Nobody knows what the hell's going on.
Waiting for Casey to get up here. So everybody's here.
You don't do that, dude. It was his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't. It was supposed to give him a wave around and it never did.
Yeah, if you were let down, you got fucked. No, if I spun out, that's the reason I want to lap down. I would not want y'all to wait. It was my fault.
He didn't spin out. iRacing screwed him.
Everybody always got to argue about crap for no reason. Anyways, Casey's caught up.
Alright, thanks, we'll see you later.
So we're going green now once I get through this nonsense up here. Again, I apologize. I know boys apologize to the guys. It's kind of been a mess. We didn't know this was going to happen. And we are green.
Green flag, green flag.
At Montreal for stage 2. Now ending on lap 40 to help kind of account for what nonsense happened. 51 looking to the inside of the 28, now going to be on the outside of this long carousel turn. See if they can make it stick.
Hey Kyle, can I get a black flag cleared?
I don't know who that was.
Said I exited the pits unsafely and I didn't.
Great. Now I get to load ATVO again. I'm getting really tired of this crap. If I have to load ATVO up again, I'm just gonna like shoot somebody. It's gonna happen. It's not their fault, but it's just annoying. I have no idea why it doesn't like it. It's probably just because I have iRacing and windowed borderless. There it is. Pull that up. Boom, boom. Alright, we're good now. Oh my goodness, they're basically 3 wide. Weirdest of fashions. In the back of the pack.
That carousel is not fun on the inside. Sorry about that, Cam.
It's all good.
Let's go back up to the front. See how we're going. Eli's still in the lead. Evan Nugent there in third.
Weird.
51's definitely confident on the long run, so he's probably not interested in trying too much for now. Take a look at his teammate there in the 7, Brendan Jinks. Am I in? Oh, it's Cody Whip. Hey, Cody.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, sorry I got called in to work again.
Oh, it's all good. We just had to deal with a bunch of nonsense from trying to end stage 1. But we're going now. It kind of freaked me out though. I heard a noise and I'm just like, where is it coming from?
End of 40 Kyle.
Yep. I know it's the end of 40.
Looks like the racing's getting better.
Yeah, it kind of just depends. I mean, obviously, starting a stage 2 helps get them all bunch backed up together. So they actually have somebody to race now. But otherwise, it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, I did a little bit of practicing this week, and it kind of felt like it was going to get pretty spread out, which it has, but seems like people are starting to figure the track out. They're closing up a little bit.
We'll see how long Eli can hold himself up in first. Obviously, Boyd had a really good long run for stage 1. I'm sure there's going to come a point where he's just going to overpower the 28.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Curtis Sawyer's performing a little bit better. He's almost 5 seconds back, but he's up in third now. He's running pretty far back all day through stage 1. Actually, you know what? I think that's just my stupid ticker being stupid. I don't think that's right. It could be right. No, it's right, maybe. My depth perception is probably just messed up. Doesn't look like it's that far away, but it is. Although he did catch up quite a bit going into that chicane, the final chicane.
Well, the chicanes are usually a good spot to make up time when you're trailing somebody.
Eli continuing to maintain his lead here. Got a little over 10 to go for stage 2. Took about 5 or 6 laps stage 1 for Boyd to really take off. Coming up on that now, though. A couple more laps.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta build up the tire pressure and get that grip.
One thing about tires is everybody needs to know if you're going to race is they have a certain temperature to run at. And if they're not at that temperature, they're not going to operate very well. Too hot, too cold, you're just not going to have grip.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't get the right temperature, you can definitely start sliding around a lot more.
I'm kind of wondering because I just saw, oh, Curtis is sideways somewhere on the track, basically facing backwards. I really don't want to throw a caution because I don't want to deal with that nonsense again. He's going to get it going. We're going to be okay for now. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, Boyd is... Boyd was just stopped there for a minute. I don't know what happened. He's got some action going on now. People are messing up. At least as far as I know. I wish I could remember what I was going to say.
Try not to run into you, Josh.
Yeah, it seems like people have figured out how to attack those corners a little harder.
No, you gave me room. I just went into that corner way too hot, and I was trying not to run into you in the middle of it.
Okay, I pretty. Thank you.
You can do all the practice you want, but sometimes it takes being under actual race conditions to actually figure out how hard you can run it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody at least to race against, somebody putting pressure on you or you trying to put pressure on them. Otherwise, you just get caught up in your brake zones. You just hit the same place every time. And that's all you care about.
Yeah, I know I've had quite a few tracks where I just felt like junk the whole time. But once I got into the race and towards the end, I actually figured out how to run, and it was actually running harder with people.
So the 98 of Evan Nugent got around Boyd and his mishap there on that final chicane a couple laps ago. Boyd seems to be starting to kind of gain back on him, though, just a little bit. They're about 8 seconds, though, behind the leader. Billy Meadows and Brendan Jinks side by side. Going into the tight turn. Looks like Billy Meadows going to take it for now. Brendan Jinks taking a kind of peek in there. Not going to get it, though. We'll see what Brendan does going into this final chicane. If he tries to do anything, maybe he just lets it go for now. Looks like they're just going to kind of settle in for the moment. We'll keep an eye on him, though.
Yeah, he might just be riding around there waiting for Billy to overshoot the corner, looking for an opportunity.
That's really your best option around a road course, especially that right there. It went a little wide. Get underneath of him. Not quite able to do it. Such a slow corner, have to really manage the throttle out of it. It's also
and these corners are not wide at all, so if you push too hard, you run the risk of running off course and going into the wall.
I know that particular corner kind of has a dip in it, and if you hit it wrong, it just sort of spins you out. As well as this corner. Oh
yeah, it'll definitely get you out of shape.
This corner, it really likes to get out from underneath of you.
Little block right there.
I mean, they're racing each other, that's for sure.
Halfway.
Oh, Billy getting a little squirrely.
Definitely doing a good job giving each other room,
Yeah,
not
so we
crowding
can
each
go
other
for the
too
number
much.
jack. Blew the corner.
Yeah, I seen you in my mirror.
Yeah, don't get used to that not being there.
Now, I like it. It's pretty nice.
Eli's slowly losing his lead to Boyd, even though he made that mistake, but Boyd's just ever so slightly catching up
Don't
to
get
him.
used to it.
Not sure he's going to gain almost 8 seconds
I'm
in
getting
these
used to it, just
last 7 or 8 laps, though. I think that's just a
Yeah.
little bit too far.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like Boyd got
I
back
didn't know
around
you were
Evan,
gonna cut
and he's chasing down Eli.
Just trying to take it easy.
Although he's already pulled a second, he might actually be able to do this.
If he gets a long enough run, I think he can. 7 seconds seems like a lot, but at a road course, it's easy to lose or gain that time.
Yeah, he just lost a second there after he gained it.
But at the same time, being the leader and having that 7-second cushion, that makes it easier on you. You don't have to worry about overshooting corners. Just keep it smooth, and that'll usually help you keep that buffer.
Yeah, well, you got Boyd over here probably trying to push it just a little bit, wanting to get that stage win.
And that's definitely something you'd have to manage, because you could get yourself into real trouble over driving.
Eli, don't blow it.
So he's pulled it down just around 6.5 seconds now. As we go down about halfway through a lap here.
Yeah, last lap, Boyd was about half a second faster than Eli. So slowly but surely catching him.
Whoa.
You blowing it, Eli?
Evan Nugent
Oh,
was
you're
actually
getting
about a 10th faster than Boyd the last lap.
We'll just say I almost did.
Got it down to 6 seconds.
You're already distracted. That's the fuck. Don't be Ambrose.
Looks like Brennan Jinks was able to get around the 9 of Billy Meadows.
Yeah, seems to be pulling away now.
He was fast in practice, so I'm not surprised. I think he was the
Yeah,
top
I'm
of
not
the board.
either.
I believe he ran a 139 flat in practice.
Hit the white rumble strip. Look at it.
For this track, that's definitely flying for sure.
So far, fastest laps of this race, Eli
Where you
Green
going,
and Boyd
boy?
Hogan both got into the 138.9s.
Eli, I love you.
Nobody else really got too terribly close. Everybody else, well, Curtis Sawyer got a 139.8. That's the closest one to him. And that's almost a second back from him, so. We obviously know the two fastest cars on the track are first and second right now. There's no doubt about that. We've spread out substantially here. Boyd lost it.
It's
to Evan
amazing.
again.
It's amazing these lap times these guys are running seem to be a lot quicker than they were at the beginning of the race.
Guess they've laid down some rubber. Or maybe they're just getting better at the track. I guess that's always a possibility. Oh, Evan sideways into the hairpin.
What, did you like that?
I thought you were done, dude.
It's like the fourth time I've done it this day.
Boyd, I do feel like I'm one of those foreign guys coming out here and doing good.
He did a great job keeping that under control, though.
Yeah, just keeping it, even just keeping it somewhere where Boyd was not really able to get around
You
him.
know, those foreign guys, you never end up winning it, right?
I'm sure had Boyd been closer, he probably would have been able to attack that
Tagging on,
easily.
Hello, Dick.
Yeah.
Mr. Long Run has struggled through stage 2, not being out front. Making mistakes, I'd assume. I feel like I need to keep the camera on him now. Every time I go off, he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Or he does something anyways to get passed up. Oh, awfully close there to the 98. As they're side by side down the back, I guess we'll call it the back straightaway, even though there's like 3.
Ooh.
He's actually gonna get around him.
Yeah, I was
Looks like he got in a little too hot.
Terrible entry.
Thanks, Evan.
So now that, oh, Evan sideways out of the hairpin. That's going to provide a nice little cushion for Boyd to maybe relax a little bit. But I think at this point he is too far back to really be able to catch up. To Eli.
At this point, it might be beneficial just to try to survive the stage.
Yeah, no, he keeps putting himself into worse positions than where he's at, and then has to work to get it back. Oh, I wanted to go to Eli, not Evan.
I tell you what, though, I bet he's learning a lot that maybe he could use there towards the end of the race. Maybe
The
get
more
himself
you
into
learn.
position.
Yeah, the more you learn during this race, the better off you'll be at the end, since people pretty much know nothing about this track, especially under race conditions.
And it'd definitely be better to learn the hard lessons early on in the race than at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, I thought the 7 of Brendan Jenks was going to be able to make up some time on these guys, but he just seems to be falling back a couple seconds at a time.
Looks like he's got some front end damage. I don't know if that was there before. I think it was.
Yeah, it was there before he made the pass on Billy.
Oh, somebody sideways looked like Evan out of the hairpin.
And it looks like the 54 Curtis Sawyer's gotten around Billy Meadows as well.
Seen a lot of guys getting sideways out of that hairpin. Although that's fun, you can certainly burn your tires up doing that. Oh, went to the leader Eli. He was drifting through a chicane.
Tokyo drift up here.
54 cuts a major air on that curb right there.
Oh, they've been doing that all day. All through practice. Hell, I've done it a few times driving around this track.
Yeah, I've definitely done it more than my fair share. More than I'd like.
Oh, yeah. Very much unsettles the car.
If you get a wider track like Sonoma, it'd be good for you. But this place just is a little too tight. Taking too much risk hopping those corners like that.
Only because there's a wall there. Slam into the wall.
Yeah, that would have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that little dot in the mirror.
Boyd's caught up to just above 5 seconds now. He was a little under at one point. Kind of all over the place on that.
Sure you heard that before.
On the lap times, or I guess.
It kind of seems to be hovering around 7 or 8 seconds from the leader.
I'm sure that drifting session that Eli had, helped.
Oh yeah.
I think he kind of had a couple of them. See if Eli makes any more mistakes, or if he calms it down a little bit just to try to finish the stage out with a stage win. If he makes much more, I think Boyd might end up catching up to him. And we all know Boyd's not afraid to move people out of the way.
You can definitely tell that Eli is definitely pushing it, but he's keeping it in a realm where it's easy for him to slow down and take control of it when he gets out of shape.
Down to 4.6 tenths, or 4.6 seconds behind, 4.7 now. It must be bothering Boyd in that 51, being able to at least see him now.
Yeah. Especially seeing as how he pushed and campaigned to have this race on the schedule.
Yeah, no.
I feel like he probably came in with a lot of confidence, thought he was maybe going to dominate, didn't expect to have to chase down someone else like Eli.
Yeah, I think it was Eli when I was looking at the stats earlier. He hasn't had the best finishes. And he's certainly running very well at the road course.
And the black 40, Kyle.
Yeah, it was Eli. He finished 11th and 12th in the last two races.
Eli, when he crossed the line, starts slowing it.
Sometimes a race like this suits that kind of driver. It forces them to have to check up a little bit and be smooth. Whereas in some of the oval races, you can be a little, you can push it a lot more and get away with a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna need to.
But a place like this, you definitely pay a heavy penalty if you push way too hard.
So we need to make sure that we wait for Cameron to cross the line. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Eli. Sideways.
Gotcha.
Oh. So.
And just like that, Boyd back to the lead.
That's the mistake he needed.
Sorry, Eli, I'll slow down for you. You're gonna need me to.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just make sure you're there to capitalize when it happens.
Don't throw it yet, Kyle.
Oh my. Cameron Combs is just about 10 seconds ahead of the leaders right now.
We're slowing down.
Actually, now Casey Clark
Watch you.
is the last place car. And there goes ATVO, which means I'm going to have to load that up again. God dang it.
I can't believe I done.
That's so annoying.
I can. Sorry to throw such a hard block there, Curtis. Every point counts.
Ooh, 36 off the course.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit back there.
Okay.
Gotten through about 2/3 of the track now, so getting ready to
Well, the
throw
last
caution.
one's off the
Oh, he just got loose, slammed into the wall. He is struggling to get this track down, that's for sure.
Whew. Tell you what, I am not sad that I'm not racing right now. Because I'd probably be out of the race anyway by now.
I know Brandon Nelson in the 52, Cade Norton in the 13 are out. Although Cade had other problems for that. I believe he said it was his roommate unplugged the router because he thought the internet wasn't working. So.
All right, man.
Oh, that
Caution is
sucks.
out. Caution is out.
So yeah, that took him out. I would be so pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
Catch big stuff.
Well, I can't say I'm a huge fan of this track, racing wise, but I'm sure I just need to get a handle on it because I used to not be a fan of Sonoma as well, and then all of a sudden it clicked for me, and now that's all the only road course I want to race on because I want more experience on it.
Yeah, same.
Which is why I pushed for it.
Sonoma is its own breed.
Yeah. Watkins Glen was easy to pick up. Sonoma was just an anomaly for me, just because of those first couple turns.
I can believe that. I know that one right at the end of those first S's, kind of go over that crest. It's pretty blind. Plus, you always want to lose the car going over it too. It gets real light.
Yeah, it's definitely misleading because you think it's about to open up and you want to get on the gas, but you have to hold yourself back and wait until you can actually see it.
If there's a 3-car incident from here on, I would just throw a yellow for it.
Boyd was just talking to me. Hold on, I'll be right back. He said something.
Like 3 cars go around.
Want me to run into the first corner?
What was that, Boyd?
Well, 3 cars go around here, you know, one has terminal damage. Just throw a yellow for it, but make sure the leaders are about halfway down.
Okay.
Or like halfway down the track. That way it doesn't mess us up like that under yellow.
Okay.
If we got like 7 or 8 to go, let it roll, I guess. But
Yeah.
just for the sake of keeping it being a race.
I haven't seen more than one person spin, so.
Yeah.
Road opened yet?
Pit road should open this time.
All right. That's under control.
Are we doing an interview?
Oh yeah, I need to do the interview. Forgot about that.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
What is
Sorry.
he?
Casey. Oh, fuck. Casey's out of gas.
Why did you run out of gas?
It's for forever.
Oh, fuck.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll let you pit first, and I'll come back.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna go back after they pit to do that interview. I think they're pitting right now. Yep, going down pit road. We actually get to see him go down pit road today, this time.
Looks like Casey Clark's about to give up.
Casey Clark ran out of gas, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, that is some bad luck right there.
Definitely needed to just come down and take a penalty for the for pitting before or after pit road closes before the end of the stage. Eli fighting to get that top spot off of pit road. I'm not sure if he got it. It was definitely close. I can hear myself talk. Does appear to have gotten it, though. I need to get rid of this thing now.
Looks
All
like
right.
he might have edged him out.
There you go, interview Boyd now. All right, so Boyd, stage 2 winner. Maybe a little bit of luck on your side.
I guess you can put it that way. It's more just stupidity on Eli's part.
Oh, we were watching it, saw him get sideways, and you were pretty much just there to make it. I know you seemed to be struggling a little bit, but...
Oh, no. Danica hooked me up with a little mid-race snack, as always, but I missed my braking point, so got myself a nice 4-second penalty. Stopped. And then I got a 2-second penalty from hitting a turtle. Stopped. Still started catching Eli. Got to within about 4 seconds of him, and I guess he just felt the pressure and looped himself because he's dumb, but...
He knew he was going to get moved anyway, so he just got it up front.
I wasn't even going to have to move him. You just... Kyle, you've seen it time and time again. These guys try stalking smack, but they got...
I would have moved.
Nothing near what they
I would have hooked it left into the wall. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Not yet.
Just having fun. Well, lost the lead there coming off of pit road, though. So you think you can get him before you start to get yourself into trouble this time?
I think we got a little something designed that we can compete with, but I don't think it's really a matter of getting him. He's gonna get. He's about a half a second to a second off the pace every lap if I'm pushing it hard enough. So not too worried about that aspect of things. It's really just trying to keep everybody clean.
All right. Well, we'll see how your long run domination takes hold for the remainder of this race, and then maybe we'll see you in victory lane.
Hell yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Interview done. We'll see what happens.
With 30 to go, it should be an interesting race.
Yeah, definitely going to be a shorter run than we would have had after the nonsense from the stage 1. But still longer than what we've had so far. So we'll see how the strategy plays out. I know Boyd will like the long run. It'll definitely help him.
Sorry.
All right. So lining up now, looks like getting ready to go green. Double file. Brennan Jinx with some damage there on the rear end, it looks like. Maybe they were able to get that front end damage done, can't tell.
We'll see how it affects the handling. I don't imagine it will affect much.
Green flag, green flag.
No, it doesn't look too bad, but we're green now for stage 3. Eli's going to take the lead. We'll see if that 51 can take him on early, get out front, get into his rhythm. They're already taking off from the field, that's for sure. Pulling a gap. Oh, Eli way up on 2 tires.
51 keeping him honest.
It's like 54 that was, I think, looking inside of the 7 of Brendan Jinks. Oh, I can't click what I want to click. There we go. It was the 54 Curtis Sawyer. He's going to just kind of file in behind him for now, going in through the hairpin. Billy Meadows going to join the session, as well as Joshua Nelson at 14. Looks like about the top 3 or 4 guys have kind of pulled away from everybody else. Saw that earlier at the start of the race, top 3 guys at least for now. I believe it was the 2 Cameron Combs that was up there earlier in the race, though he's now back in 7th. 7 runs wide. Curtis is going to look inside. Billy Meadows even as well, gonna get in there. 54 is gonna make it work. 7's gonna make a block on the 9 though, keep his spot there.
Good job, Eli.
Oh, the 9. Yeah, 9 into the wall. Go back up here to leaders. They're pretty close to each other at this point.
See if the 54 Curtis Sawyer can catch this front pack and maybe do something.
He could ruin the whole show for everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's thinking.
That car has definitely come alive now at the end of the race. After hanging out in the back pretty much the entirety of stage 1 and 2.
A little hot, nothing major.
Eli got out of that hairpin a lot better than anybody else. Took a pretty decent lead going into the final chicane. Oh, the 9 appears to have blown his motor. Not sure what happened there.
And the 54 hits the fence. Scrapes it with the right rear.
Still hanging up there with the leaders, though.
Doesn't seem to be slowing him down much, though. Looks like he's going to catch Evan here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, 9, some heavy damage on the front end, front left especially.
Eli, me, I gotta get it done.
Not sure what happened.
Oh, come on,
Hopefully
boy.
he has another fast repair he can get back in this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he does. I
I'm
guess
not
we'll
sure
find
that's
out. 54 is caught up to the 98
I ain't either.
of Evan
You ain't
Nugent,
gotta
though.
press up.
See if he can get
I
around
got
him.
some encouragement.
Just on Eli, not you. I'm just making you go. I mean, like, he just got himself a penalty. Or looked like he did, and then just stopped on track in front.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
I never got a penalty.
On the to the grass.
my engine's about to blow. Hope I make it to the pit road.
Looks like the 9's gonna make it to pit road.
Sorry, Eli. You opened the door.
Uh-oh. Oh, he didn't get around him. Thought maybe he got around him for a second.
Go run and get back.
98's falling back. I think that 54 might still have something if you just get around him.
Yeah, it looks like the 54 is just, oh, a little hot.
Ooh.
Lost some time to the 98. Hopefully he see if maybe he could catch back up, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, he fell back quite a bit there.
And I'm sure his tires don't feel awesome right now either.
It's really going to be a battle of these two right now. The 28 of Eli Green, the 51 of Boyd Hogan.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident that Evan's going to be able to catch back up to the... Oh, Evan out of shape, hopped the corner. About to spin out, and here comes the 54 again.
Well, we'll see if the 54 Curtis Sawyer can use that to his advantage, catch up to those two lead cars. See if he has anything for him.
I thought I did, but I guess I used one for some little damage. I didn't know about it.
Sounds like the 9 Billy Meadows is done for the day now after that blown engine.
Oh, sorry. I did it myself.
Yeah, it must have been out of fast repairs.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
You can just see how out of shape these cars are going there hard in the brakes.
Don't know what happened to the 51 of Boyd Hogan. He lost a lot of time out of that corner.
I think it just, sometimes you work it really hard into the corner, you can't get a good run out of the corner.
Yeah, you end up spinning your tires and going nowhere. Still close enough to pounce should any mistakes be made on the part of Eli Green, though.
Yeah, he's made more mistakes, I think, than the 51 has today. It's just coming down to the critical time of who's going to make them now. Doesn't matter if you made them earlier, they're obviously next to each other at this point. The less pressure that 51 has, the less likely he's going to make a mistake, though.
True.
I don't think he made a single mistake in stage 1. Maybe something small, but nothing major. Got out pretty far ahead of everyone.
And I don't think the 54 is going to be able to catch these guys. He's pretty much stuck at 9 seconds back. Definitely tell that Boyd is trying hard to catch back up. He's almost right on the bumper, rear bumper of the 28, but then he can't maintain it coming out of the corner.
Eli Green's led 25 laps today, and Boyd has led 24. So right, they're just even. Eli just took the most laps led, though. Both these guys start first and second. Opposite ends of where they are now.
Definitely the classes of the field today.
Oh, the 51 looking inside. Not going to be able to do anything.
Still, he's right there, though. Catching up on the 28. See if he can do anything. Maybe move him out of the way.
Looks like he's trying. I'm not sure if they're going to have to pit or not before the end of the race. I heard some tires squealing. I guess we'll find out, though.
Tell you what, if Eli wasn't paying Boyd much attention earlier, he definitely is now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where Eli got the speed, man. Because Boyd was just running away with it the stage 1, and now all of a sudden he's got a competitor. I like it, though.
Sometimes that's how it happens, though. You might be good at the beginning, but you get that rubber buildup, and all of a sudden your car just gets upset for it.
Overcooking.
That's why I always preferred long green flag runs, because I always had such a hard time making anything happen on fresh tires.
I'm not sure who's working harder right now, 28 or the 51. Eli's sideways, keeping it under control.
Oh, there's a good hit if you're ever curious.
It's kind of funny, though. We got two drivers. One driver pretty much has been very dominant through the season, and another driver, fairly new, not been able to finish well, not really been able to run too terribly well most of the time, but here they are racing each other. And the most dominant driver is the one chasing at the moment. Oh, just way too hard into that chicane.
I don't think Eli's gonna be too happy about that.
No, he's not. They're gonna kill each other.
Doesn't look like it.
And that's gonna happen. If they retaliate, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like 2 seconds from giving Boyd a penalty for that.
That was... Yeah, it was...
Didn't mean to run into you.
I don't want to say it was on purpose, but it's hard for me to believe that he doesn't know not to go in that hard.
I'm about to penalize both of them.
Send him to the back of the field, make him work for it.
Right there.
Now I'm gonna.
Yeah, you know what?
See, Boyd, you should have just turned him around the big freaking circle when you tapped him the first time.
I'll just give it to him now that he's so far behind, it doesn't even matter. But I have to load ATVO back up now because I clicked on iRacing. For some reason, it does it every so often. I wasn't so mad about overdriving going into the corner. It was more of what he did coming up on the start-finish line.
Yeah, he just stayed on his bumper and was not backing off.
I think he's gotten his punishment at this point, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
It just braked way too early.
Kind of makes you wish that was how NASCAR ran things in real life, you know? Let the guy get his payback and then call it good.
Yeah, I think it's at that point, it's more of a safety standpoint. This is just a simulator. Those are actual.
Well, depending on the
things at
severity,
stake.
obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a weapon; it's a race car.
Right.
But Boyd heading down pit road. Looks like Eli went down pit road, so they're pretty much penalizing themselves at this point. Unless they needed to pit anyways for fuel, I don't know. So we will find somebody else to watch.
Yeah, I'd say they probably had to pit for fuel anyway. Because my thing says 26 laps, but I'm pretty sure that probably loses about 6 laps under green, so.
Well, even at 26 laps, we had a 30 lap run, so
right.
We wouldn't have made it.
Where'd you go, Eli?
But
I'm probably just going to kick me out of it anyway for that.
so it looks like Evan's in the lead now, but I don't know. Things are all over the place.
I guess Eli chose to take himself out of the race because he didn't want to be kicked out.
Under the dodge sign, but he just decided he was going to try to wreck me after that, so I finished him.
But I wouldn't exactly put it all on him. He didn't start anything.
He never finished me. I parked myself.
He parked himself.
Yeah, he's staying there, I guess.
Sounds like we're going to have a rivalry after this race.
Well, I have nothing against rivalries. Keeps things exciting.
Yeah, certainly do. But it sucks when they're not on. One of them's not on the track, now they're not fighting each other anymore.
Right.
I don't mind some people hitting each other, but, there's a point where it's too far.
I know there was, after Martinsville, when Cameron dumped me on purpose, I was pretty heated, but I wasn't going to do anything, so I was kind of waiting to see if he was going to be hindering my hindside.
Oh, sweet.
Because I was definitely not happy about that. I mean, I get he was upset, but he hit me, I hit him. It should have been done after that in my book, and he didn't feel the same.
Well, you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do yourself. So.
Oh, no, and that's true. And I haven't had any, luckily I haven't had any issues with him, and we actually kind of get along, so.
We're going to go by.
I'm not the kind of person that'll hold a grudge, so maybe these guys will, maybe they won't. Only time will tell.
Oh, I know Boyd. He knows he's good enough to where. Oh, looks like the 98's pitting. But he knows he's good enough to where usually that's something that he will say to defend himself.
54 off the course. Gathering it back up.
.54 should take the lead now, depending on how long it takes. Evan on pit road. Looks like he's still down there. Yep. So the 54 will take the lead now. Lap 56. With Boyd not far behind. But Boyd is now pitted, obviously, from that nonsense that him and Eli got involved in.
Yeah, and Eli's already disconnected.
Gonna need to be called to the Roadrunner hauler after the race.
So looks like the 51 at some point. No, the 98 will maintain the lead because Boyd's 18 seconds back from the leader, and the 54 still needs to pit. So I don't imagine in the next 18 laps that Boyd will be able to catch Evan without Evan making some huge mistakes.
51's actually over. Well, wait. It's doing some weird stuff now. Okay, it went back. It says he's 2 minutes and 9 seconds back. Which is... And then it switches to like 3... This thing doesn't know what it's doing.
Okay, so 54 has inherited the lead. So 54 is going to have to pit at some point, I'd imagine. And that's going to hand the lead back to the 51.
Yep. Sometimes you don't realize how far back someone is until now. A situation like this where they have a pit and they're just barely in front of the guy that's already pit.
Right. Because things only get updated at the start-finish line.
Please move.
Somebody's asked to move. Ooh, Casey Clark cooked it a little bit. I think that's who was being asked to move, though. So he probably wanted to go out there anyways.
Well, it looks like 51 will inherit the lead at some point, but the 98 of Evan Nugent's only 5 seconds back from him, so we might have a decent race here towards the end.
We'll just have to see as Casey Clark goes bicycle mode off of that final chicane. We'll just have to see, though, because we know that 51's so good on a long run. See if the 98 has anything for him. I know that 54 has speed in him, but he's just going to be too far back to be able to gain it, I think. Not without some mistakes from the leaders, as he makes a mistake himself. We may see him come down pit road this time.
And he had gone up to almost 4 seconds ahead of the 51.
Now under 2 seconds.
Oh, 98 has spun out.
Uh-oh. Gathered it up pretty quickly, though. As he works to get around a lap car.
Looks like he got in too hot trying to work his way around the 36. Probably, I don't know, maybe expected the 36 to back out a little early. Or assumed he wasn't and then went in. Trying to make sure he was clear going into the corner.
So we've got 7 guys left running. 5 on the lead lap. Evan almost getting to the wall, cutting a little wide there. He seems to be struggling with that final chicane. .54 still hasn't pit yet. I think there's a possibility he's trying to stretch it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if he had been running really slow lap times prior to the green flag stops, he might be trying to stretch it. Although that is a huge gamble to take here at this track.
Especially now he's having to run very hard to stay in front of the 51. At least more than you'd probably want to if you're trying to save fuel.
Well, it looks like Evan's still making up time on the 51.
Unreal.
Ooh, and the 51 gets out of shape, and Evan takes over second.
Adding to the frustrations on the 51. Maybe some good luck will happen to him like it did at the end of stage 2.
So the 98 of Evan Nugent gets a little reprieve. We'll see if the 51 can chase him back down. Didn't lose too much.
54's got a significant lead now. I'm not gonna lie, after the events there with the 28 and the 51, I'm not sure I want to see the 51 in victory lane at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I disagree with you. I've already had one disappointment today in racing. I don't need a second. It looks like he's taking a peek on the inside of the 98. That should give him the next corner. Chopping the nose off. Pulls back into second. Evan come back fighting. And the 51 gets off track again. And had to serve a penalty, come to a stop.
No, I'm live. I guess, are you watching through the stream or no?
I got both up.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I was on replay, so I was a couple seconds behind you.
Okay, I was like, am I on replay? Like, he's fine right now. Oh, boy.
I thought I was doing a good job there for a second.
You were, but this is like, we weren't looking at the same thing. Curtis Sawyer now 13 seconds ahead. He's gained quite a bit.
Almost 14 seconds.
Just as you think something's going on, they go and change it, and you just don't really know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely a little confused with the 54 right now. I kind of feel like he should have already ran out of gas or something.
I have no idea.
He's definitely not running fast lap times. Last lap was 1:55. About 15 seconds off the fast lap. I'm sorry, 17 seconds. He's one of the few to break 138.
I was gonna try to look at his gauges in the cockpit. I couldn't quite make out what is what. I've never had to look at the gauges. You always have the other things to use to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, I tried to see if I could get any clues as to his fuel mileage.
The steering wheel was in the way a little bit, though. Some was blocking some of them where you'd be able to see what it was. It's kind of like, well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out in 12, 13 laps.
'51 doesn't seem to be pulling away from the 98. See if the 98 can reel him back in. Maybe muscle his way back around.
Or maybe the 51 is just kind of in a don't make a mistake mode. He's assuming the 54 needs to pit. I don't know. I don't know what to think right now. Oh, 98 way off in the grass.
That would definitely be my thinking. I tell you what, a caution would be very timely for the 54 right now.
If he doesn't need to pit. Because if he can make it, I mean, he's sitting pretty right now. We'll see how long that can last, but almost 10 seconds ahead. Boyd hasn't gained too much in these last few laps, so. But that's if he can make it. We don't really know what he's thinking right now.
It's part of what makes this so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's fun not knowing.
Yeah, but it makes it really hard to commentate.
True.
It would be nice to at least have an idea.
Well, it gives us a chance to let our imaginations run rampant and come up with all kinds of possible ideas.
Maybe the 28 will get back in his car, come out, and just obliterate the 51 for no apparent reason.
That would be funny. I tell you what, the 51's kind of turned into the Kyle Busch of this series. You know, no matter how much he does or how hard he runs, you cannot keep this guy down.
Yeah,
he seems to always be in the good spot.
He's always working very hard to perform well. He's always up front. Even if he ends up in the back, he usually finds his way back up to the front. He hates to lose, that's for sure. Still almost 9 seconds back from the leader, though. He's running very conservatively, though, it seems like. Maybe not extremely, but to an extent.
At this point, all he needs to do is turn laps and be smooth.
I mean, if he can make it to the end, I feel more power to him.
I would be very impressed.
Off the track a little bit. Maybe
kind of surprised he didn't get a little penalty for that.
Yeah, he might be working that car a little harder than we think he is. Locks him up a little
He's
bit
got
there.
about 8 seconds, so. I mean, if he's having to save fuel, he might. I feel like he's maybe running a little harder than he needs to.
I'd have to agree with that. Boyd now 7 seconds behind from those mistakes, gained about a second.
But that's the thing you got to think about. Do you want to let the 51? How close do you want to let him catch to you? Because we've already seen if he gets the position that he's not afraid to use the bumper.
Maybe a little more than he should.
Correct. Is that a risk you'd be willing to take just to save fuel? And it's a road course, so saving fuel is already hard enough.
Well, we got less than 10 to go. So, at this point, it's really hard to believe that he has any plans to come to pit road. We're coming up on the fuel window now, too, at this point. From what you've seen.
You know, something that I just thought of. He might be, the strategy he's using, he might just be stuck with what he's got, and he's going to have to relinquish anyway. I think maybe he was probably hoping he would have a bigger cushion over the second place guy by not pitting, and didn't expect them to be as close as they are.
Or he's hoping for a caution.
That too.
Caution comes out, you can pit.
I mean, he wasn't that far behind these guys, and they all pitted, and he came out just in front of them, only 8 seconds or so.
Boyd gained another second on him now, 6 seconds behind, 5.5 almost. I think the pressure is on this 54 at this point, but he's pretty much stuck in where he's at.
Yeah, if he's in the situation we all think he is, he took a big gamble, and it doesn't appear to be that it's going to fall into his lap. But sometimes that's what you got to do, is gamble and see if things work out for you. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I'm nervous
Especially
for
if
him.
you're not as fast as these guys.
I'm nervous for him.
I am too.
Whether he runs out of fuel or he gets moved.
Oh, at least we could say this, with all the people that are left, he's at least kept the race interesting till the end.
That's very true.
I don't think we'd be saying the same thing had he not done this.
He's leading some laps too. He's coming up on 12 laps now.
He's definitely having a hard time, and he's making too many mistakes. Now that's let Boyd to within 3 seconds of him, which is not good.
Well, he's going to have older tires, not pitting. We know Boyd's strong on a long run, so everything's pretty much against him right now.
True. Just got to learn to back your corners up a little further. And just be as smooth as possible. It's really about all you can do.
Now have both cars in the picture for some of these. Boyd gains on them a little more. I wonder if that 54 car is going to pass inspection. They might have put an extra fuel line in there.
Or short a lug nut.
Extra gallon of fuel.
Well, you know what they say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Instead of air, they filled the tires with fuel. Is that something legal that you can do?
I wouldn't imagine so.
I don't know how you would get it to go. I guess you could get it to go through the rim and through the axle. Do something for, I don't know. I think I'm thinking too hard about something that's not gonna happen.
Well, all great ideas have to come from somewhere.
I probably just gave somebody an idea out there that doesn't need it. Chad Canals. Anyway. Some unhappy comments from some drivers in the comments. I think we had more drivers, it would help.
Looks like 51 finally starting to reel the 54 in. Looks like we'll be coming to 5 to go.
That fuel window is closing up. I just don't know how much further he can go. Unless he pit and we just like didn't see it. I don't know.
He may have pitted a lot later than everybody.
I mean,
which would definitely be interesting.
I mean, I've been watching him like pretty much this whole time more recently. I don't know if he pitted super early and we just never saw it. I mean, I guess it's a possibility.
Yeah, I pretty much started watching him as soon as everybody started pitting.
Yeah, he took the lead. So we could just be over here fussing about nothing. He's got like a full tank of gas and we don't even know it.
True. I mean, he's not running fast lap times, and his shifting, he might be saving a ton of gas. Crazier things have happened.
But that 51 is now on his bumper.
He's got a huge run. And I guarantee you that Boyd is not going to waste much time on this guy when he gets to him.
I guess it just depends on how he's going to get around him. If he's going to move him, he's probably going to wait till the last lap at least. But if 54 makes another mistake, then, I mean, there's a door right there. I like Noah not having any clue what's going to happen. Oh. 51 trying to get as much as he can, getting way up on the curbs. Probably slowed himself down a little bit there, but still within range.
54 pulled away a little bit. Oh. Looked like the 54 tried to get a little too much there, coming by the pit exit. I tell you what though, for the 54 being on old tires, he is doing a hell of a job keeping Boyd back there.
Way sideways there. Yeah, he is though. These road courses just are not an easy place to pass on.
And I'm sure he has scenarios running through his mind. Maybe Boyd getting in the back of him, and if Boyd gets too close, he might be thinking of a way to, you know, maybe let Boyd by and then push him back out of the way or something.
I don't know about you, but it looked like the 51 tried to go for a shot there.
That's definitely what it looked like. This has definitely become a no holds barred match right here. Three to go.
I have no words. I just don't even know. I'm nervous. Oh, he slipped up a little bit. Not much he could do, though. Boyd's hanging in there. He's just waiting. Ready to go.
Turned into a heck of a race between a guy that was the dominant car and a guy that wasn't even in the picture most of the race.
Well, the 54 has one of the fastest laps of the race. Each of them in the 38.9s, so we know that 54 was fast. He just was not really able to show it.
Well, a little fishtailing out of the exit.
Both running pretty wide there.
Tell you what, I think this track has a knack for making you pay big when you're on old tires and trying to get too much. And I don't think either one of these guys wants to make too big of a mistake that they can't recover from. And they're probably a little cautious around some of this.
Luckily for the 51, he can overdrive a corner a little bit and have a bumper to run into, but we don't want to see that again. Not as, at least not to that extent that it was earlier. Oh boy.
Little slip up on exit. 51 not able to take care of that opportunity right away.
It gets super intense, and then they go down these long straightaways, and nothing can really happen, and then they finally can get somewhere again. It's like it starts all up again. I don't know. Something's about to go down. Oh! 51
in the wall.
Loose. Hard in the wall. Everything has just changed dramatically. Luckily, he didn't get too far behind. I'm sure he can catch back up, but... Oh, we got the 14 in the grass right now.
That's probably about the 4th or 5th time I've seen that kid in the wall. Just in the last 10 laps.
I'm not sure if he was doing it on purpose that time or not, just to get out of the way. Maybe he caught the grass a little bit and it got him off. But...
He might have gotten into the grass trying to stay out of the way and got himself out of shape.
Yeah, pretty easy to do. Almost a 2-second lead now for the 54. I just heard some metal hitting metal somewhere or something. Oh, that's the 36. And that chicane. Leader's gaining on the 7 with Brendan Jinks now lap car.
Yeah, it looks like the 36 got into the wall there a little bit.
That 51 hits that carousel turn a lot better than the 54 does. That's for sure. It just doesn't seem to help him as much as you'd think it would. 7 moving out of the way for him. And we are on the final lap. I didn't really realize that yet. We're going to see what's going to happen, though. That 51 has gotten back to the bumper of the 54. And he is not afraid to use it.
Yeah,
And I'm a
He's
little
got
bit
a
scared.
huge run trailing him down the backstretch.
Like, I'm cringing already. Because I already know.
We already know what's about to happen.
He's all riled up from Eli's.
I'd be
his run
surprised
with
if it
Eli.
didn't.
Oh, 54 sideways to the center of that hairpin turn. One
Looked
last
like maybe
chance.
the 54 checked up a little harder than usual.
He did.
Maybe trying to check the 51 to get a better exit out.
This is the moment of truth. I don't know. Oh my god. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Don't. Oh, he's good. Woo. He's going to take it. The 54 to victory lane. He's going to survive. Either he's really good at saving fuel or he pitted and we didn't see it.
Wow, yeah, I'm gonna go back through and see when the last time he pitted, because that was a ridiculously good job. I'm impressed.
Remember that next two.
All right, adrenaline rush over.
I'm happy now.
I am too.
Because I kind of wanted to see him win after pulling that big risk off. That's what I like to see. Someone willing to make the big risk
and not die.
Yeah, there are definitely a couple times I thought he was gonna pay the price, but I don't know. Maybe Boyd decided to take it a little easy on him after his run-in with the 28. Who knows? Only they do.
Only 3 cars finishing on the lead lap.
I'm gonna go back through and see when he pitted last.
Billy is so happy right now. I'm happy too, Billy. I think it's fair to say Eli's satisfied at least.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I'm sure he's disappointed he didn't get to finish the race, but he's probably happy that Boyd didn't win it. So it looks like he pitted on lap 51.
Interesting. We missed that. We missed that. Big time.
Which definitely would have made it easy to save enough fuel to go the extra couple laps. So, wow. Interesting.
Well, you know how it is. Win some, lose some, I suppose. Is he still in?
No, he's left already.
Okay.
Talking about Curtis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already disconnected.
Oh, no, he's up in general now. Okay, we're good. Well, I don't want to do an interview up there. We'll just leave it. Wait. Oh, Boyd is pissed. He is gone.
Really?
He must. He's always, like, hanging around. Anyway. We'll make that the race. So we pitted on lap 51, and we didn't see it. So that ruins that part of the race for us, but that's okay.
It kept it interesting because we didn't know.
Yeah, we had no idea.
So I don't think we would have been as poised about it if we knew. So
yeah,
still is impressive.
But thanks for joining us, everybody. Hopefully we see you next week. Where are we going? Atlanta? I think it's Atlanta.
Either there or Rockingham.
I can't remember. I think Rockingham's last. I think we're going to Atlanta next week, 9 p.m. Sunday night. 9 p.m. Eastern, that is.
Yes.
Back to
Atlanta.
oval track racing. We should see some good racing. It's a wide open track. I've heard good things about it. So, yeah. We're signing out.
Take it easy, bud.